Well, today has the potential to be the most bittersweet episode in the history of this channel. Hello and welcome to Season 18, Episode 10 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we've got three live comms. This is unheard of, uncharted. I think we did it like 8 episodes ago. But, you know, it's not the last episode of the season, probably. It might be, actually. So, you know what? Worst intro ever. Basically, we've got the semi-final of the Champions League, both legs against BAYERN Munich. Sandwiched in between the two of them, we have a home game against Norwich in the Premier League, which could seal the Premier League title for us. Since you were last with me, I'm doing this in the wrong order, pressing all the wrong buttons. Since you were last with me, we've beaten Sheffield Wednesday and then drawn away to Cardiff. We've got 3 Premier League games left, and this is the league table. So with 3 games left, we're 7 points clear of Chelsea. They've got a game in hand, so it's unlikely the Norwich game is going to seal the title, but it would be wrong of me not to show you it just in case it does. And then that whole bittersweet thing, and it potentially being the last episode of the season, comes in when, if we do beat Norwich and win the Premier League, but then get knocked out of the Champions League, actually it won't be the last episode of the season. I forgot we're in the FA Cup final. Ignore all that. I mean, I'm on form. You can tell I didn't record an episode yesterday. Out of practice. No more Pepsi Max. It's Coke Zero all the way today. Although the can's not open, so I can't drink it now because it makes too much of a noise. It's all gone wrong. Right. The team that I'm going to be playing against Bayern in the first leg of this Champions League semi-final. Am I really having to play Boma? I'm a little out of practice with my save. Tigana and Gilberto they're still not available. So it is this team. I obviously got it set up before I turned the computer off previously. So you know who they are, especially this back 5. Donnarumma, Dolazal, Marat, Semenov, Osborne. Jans, partnered by Gomez today rather than Koulibaly, but it could just as easily be Koulibaly in there. Then Albasamo, Ayrton, João Roberto, and the potential, the joker in the pack, Lucas Boma, 20-year-old German, playing against Bayern Munich in the Champions League semi-final. He has the potential to become one of Germany's finest players. Can he announce himself on the stage of German football today by going to Germany and just doing a man-of-the-match performance? Or is he going to be a disaster and one of the reasons why we don't even make it into a second leg properly? We don't want to mess this up. There's been much discussion in the comments about whether I should be fiddling with tactics, changing things around. Ultimately, I've not touched this tactic in any way for nearly 3.5 seasons, certainly more than 3 seasons. It would be mad to do it now. We've got to have faith in what's got us this far. But at the same time, we also have to be terrified of the fact that our own player is still the playmaker in this Germany side, and Bayern Munich side, and he's in the position we need as well. I mean, Trotter, can't we just drag you over? He's exactly what we need in the team today. He only would have been third choice if he'd been with us, which is why we sent him out on loan. But what a different story this could be if we could just drag him, plonk him there. He's our player. We're paying his blooming wages, and he has the potential to knock us out of the Champions League and kill all dreams of a Champions League win at Man City, which would just be upsetting. Hopefully Boma's going to show why he's the better of the two, and that's the reason I kept him around this season and not Trotter. There must have been a decision process there. I don't think it was Boma's better, though. I think it was, well, he can play in central midfield as well. Trotter can't. And I think that's kind of why we went for him. But they're going to score already, aren't they? Donnarumma with a fantastic save, I think. It might have just hit him. I mean, to be honest, anything positive any of our players do in this game is going to be fantastic. Anything that goes against us will be cheating. They are the rules when you get to this stage of a competition. Boma's in! Oh. I think I was in the early stages of a backflip there. I'm kind of glad it didn't happen because I don't know if my back is up to flipping completely over. But I think if that hadn't been disallowed, you'd have seen my feet. Albasamo's just scored. We've got the away goal. This is remarkable. I'm tempted to crack open my Coke Zero, but I'm well aware of how horrible it sounds when someone opens a can next to a microphone. Some people might say that that's an argument for some post-production and editing the pop it sound out, but I'm not going to. Or have I, and perhaps I'm drinking A delicious Coke now. Perhaps I've opened it. Who knows? Or perhaps lid's still shut and I was faking. You'll let me know in the comments. Was I really drinking out of that can then? I mean, we're potentially in the biggest win of our career here, and I'm talking about whether or not a can of Coke is open. I have problems. This is why I need to move on from Man City, because it doesn't excite me the way Ipswich used to. The semi-final of the Europa League with Ipswich, I was bouncing around in my chair. And yes, I've nearly done a backflip today, but I'm not chair bouncing, am I? Donnarumma with another fantastic save. I mean, if we can hold on to... I mean, all we really wanted coming into this was an away goal. If we can hold on to a victory... Oh, we've just hit the inside of the post. I mean, was that Dolazal? Into João Roberto. He absolutely cracks it from the edge of the area, and it bounced across the goal from the inside of the post. If there was any justice in the world, we'd be 2-0 up. And Bayern Munich would be rightly wondering what on earth has happened to allow that to happen. But, you know, I don't care if they're happy or not. They've had their fun. I've not had... I know City have had that. City have probably won the Champions League more often than Bayern Munich in the last 10 years in this world. But I've never won it, and I want to have my European fun time. Right, substitutions. Zing is going to come on for João Roberto, who, aside from hitting the post, hasn't really done anything. Now here's a decision and a half as well. I'm going to bring on Koulibaly for Boma, and I'm going to do this. And that might be the stupidest thing I've ever done. Or it might just be the thing that wins this tie for us. I can't even remember which way around they were. It was like that, wasn't it? I'm just going to make him a roaming playmaker, just get him forward a little bit more. And we're going to do that. Don't know if I should still be attacking or whether we should drop back a little bit, but my instincts are to attack. So usually when we go counter-attacking, it all goes wrong. So we'll change the formation, but not change the way we're playing. Donnarumma, that is another fantastic save. That one was a clear-cut chance. He is putting in a fantastic goalkeeping masterclass today, and hopefully he keeps it up into the second leg as well. Right, it's time for Lewis Bradford. Mr. Reliable. He doesn't play much for us anymore, but it's the semi-final of the Champions League. We need experience. We need Mr. Reliable. We need a proper box-to-box midfielder who's got the chance of just sneaking up there and making it 2-0 for us, but will also get that crunching tackle in if needed. The man who started it all. I mean, the game's over and I'm still introducing him. He's not touched the ball yet. Lewis Bradford, everybody. He'll probably score an own goal now. We've just beaten Bayern Munich away in the Champions League semi-final. Well, that was unexpected. So, for us to keep the bittersweet theme, I assume we now go and lose to Norwich. Well, it turns out that after all that kerfuffle at the start of the episode, we weren't able to actually win the league against Norwich anyway. So I didn't. Well, I played the game. I did it without you lot watching. We won 1-0. Chelsea beat Man United. So this is the situation. We've got 2 games left. We're 7 points clear of them, but they do have a game in hand on us as well. So that's the Premier League. More on that in tomorrow's episode. But for now, it's all about the Champions League again, this second leg against Bayern Munich. João Roberto picked up an injury against Norwich, and for the first time in 18 seasons of non-league to legend, I've managed to convince a player to take some pain-killing injections. I'm still not properly risking him. He's only going to be on the bench. Zing will start because he's scored 18 goals this season. He's been a perfectly adequate deputy. But if things aren't going well at the start of the second half, we've got João Roberto absolutely smacked off his head, who can come on and see if he can't rescue the game for us. Other than that, changes from the last match. Mateza comes in for Dolazal just because it's a bit of a coin flip between the two of them. So I gave Mateza the go this time. Probably could easily flip it back again and not notice any difference. And Putu comes in for Albasimo. I think Albasimo picked up a knock against Norwich as well. Oh, I don't remember him getting injured. Is he suspended? Is he? Where is he? Why isn't he in the team? Can anyone see his name? Am I being simple? Is he in the team? Is he on the bench? I've got him on the bench, for goodness sake. I am the worst football manager in the history of the universe. Yeah, I brought him Putu because he hasn't played for like 3 weeks and is 100% conditioning, so he comes in for Albasimo, plus he's a better advanced playmaker. Edit that out. That made me look a damn fool. And And then other than that, the team is unchanged apart from the other change, which is Koulibaly coming. I mean, I should just do this bit again now. It's getting silly. Right, go on. I've made such a mess of the intro that surely it means we're destined to go and win this match. The game's not going to start though, is it? I have now opened my Coke. Spoilers, it wasn't open before, but you could never tell because I'm quite the actor. There you go. I have now had. I mean, I didn't have a sip then either. No time, and I knew if I actually had to swallow some, wouldn't be able to speak. So I don't even know why I'm pretending to drink a can of Coke on the internet. It's because this game takes so long to get up and running these days. It's because it's a big game. It's trying to keep me on the edge of my seat. I am on the edge of my seat. I'm waffling so much that I'm going to find it impossible to edit this loading time out because I've talked all over it. A pro would just stop talking. Oh, loading times. I'll stop talking now. Then it'll be easy for future Kev to edit all that together. Oh, no. I just start talking all the way through. And you can guarantee, even the bits where the talking, it looks like I might be able to edit that out. 5 minutes later, he's referencing something he said when we were supposed to edit that out, but now he's referenced it. What do we do now? We either leave it in and he looks unprofessional, or we take it out and he looks insane. So that's why it always stays in, because I'd rather look unprofessional than insane. Right, come on. Eyes focused on this game. I still can't believe this is the 4th time this season we've played against our own player. We need to be a little bit more careful when loaning players out to other Champions League clubs that we put in a clause that says they can't play against us, if that's a thing that we can do, or a recall clause when we get to this point. That was not the start we had in mind. It's 1-1 on aggregate. Bayern Munich have cancelled out our away goal, and that spoilt my fun a little bit. I mean, ultimately, Trotter got the assist as well. All it really means is we just have to win the football match now. Or even not lose it. As long as we don't lose, we still go through. So it's not the worst thing in the world that could have happened, but it's pretty gosh darned close. And we need to get back into this game and fast. João Roberto, have another pill. You're going to be coming on at half time, methinks. Because we've done nothing going forward so far. In fact, neither team has. This has been one of the worst Champions League semi-finals in the history of the universe so far. There have been 4 shots in the match after 25 minutes. Is this normal? European football, rubbish compared to the Premier League. I had 30 shots against Norwich. Never mind that we only won 1-0. We still had 30 shots, and that makes for exciting football. We're just not... We need to get into this game. Come on, lads, what's going on? We only need a goal. If we can get an equaliser, at any point, we go through to the final. So we don't need anything fancy. It would, however, be nice for you to get hold of the ball and get up the other end of the pitch. Right, Osborne to Zing. Can we make something here? Boma out to Mputu. Come on, I showed faith in you before the match. He finds Mateza, another man I showed faith in, and Zing hits the post. And he made my chair squeak so badly as well. Oh, would João Roberto have scored? Don't start asking yourself questions like that. That's just going to upset you. But good to see Mputu and Mateza very much involved in the move going forward, as they are the 2 fresh-ish men who weren't playing in the last game. I am going to keep Zing on for maybe 15 minutes just because we don't have another striker. So if we bring João Roberto on and for whatever reason he breaks down and can't make it to the end of the match or it goes to extra time, we don't really want to have to ask him to play an hour or anything ridiculous like that. I don't really know how this injections things work. If he gets kicked, does he relapse? I mean, it's going to be too late for you to let me know. I'll know by now, probably. But, if I bring him on and get away with it, let me know in the comments whether I was lucky. Right, we are going to bring him on. He's coming on for Zing. We've got half an hour with him. We need to go and grab a goal. Oh, how much are we going to rue that hitting of the post from Xavier Zing? That was the one clear-cut chance of the game so far. I mean, I'm getting really negative, but at the moment it's still only 1-1 on aggregate. We are heading for extra time, so we probably shouldn't have brought João Roberto on yet. But, when have I ever done the right thing? Bayern Munich are going to score here and take the decision away from me anyway. And, that's devastating. Because now we've got to score twice. And I don't know if we've got that in us based on how we've played today. This is upsetting. We've played so well. How is it coming to this? Yeah, you want to hold your head, Donnarumma, because you did nothing there, little fella. And I take it away goals kicks in at 90 minutes as well, not after extra time or any silliness like that. So we've basically got 20 minutes to score 2 goals. What on earth do? We reverse pre-match decisions. We get Al Balsamo back on, and Putu can go into the middle. I mean, we don't have Gilberto or Tigana. We don't have these game-changing players to bring on at the moment. I think it's all catching up with us again. Where are the goals going to come from? We've got all of the big guys are on. It's got to come now. And Putu's now got a facial injury. Right, here we go. Here's a chance. Mateza, Abalsamo, Koulibaly, Ayrton. For goodness sake, how did neither of them end up in the back of the net? Oh, their goalkeeper is playing as well as Donnarumma did in the first leg. But Donnarumma's not turned up today, and that's been the difference. Right, Putu, have we got anyone we can bring on for you? We really don't. Oh, now it comes back to, should we have gone for a second goal in that first leg? I've not got a change. We're just going to leave it as it is. This is horrible and painful. We don't deserve to go out like this. We've played well. Oh, here we go. Can we snatch 2 goals right at the death? So, Jans, out to Mateza. Cross comes in. Ayrton is there. I mean, we've got 2 minutes. We've got 2 minutes to score a goal. This is... Surely not. Surely not. So, Ayrton, I mean, look at their keeper again, playing out of his skin, but he is finally beaten despite making the save again, but it ends up in the back of the net. We've got 3 minutes to get another goal. Have we got anything? Right, lump it forward. João Roberto, Putu, Jans, João Roberto, Abalsamo, surely not. João Roberto, it's supposed to... Putu is there! That is ridiculous. Oh, okay. The words have gone. How has this happened? João Roberto hit the post, and I thought that was that, but Putu, with his face hanging off because of his facial injury... I love this game sometimes. That's ridiculous. We're in the final of the Champions League. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't mind the long celebration. Normally, I'll go off on one at this point, but you lads lap that up as long as you want. Right, let's waste some time, make a substitution. I mean, we probably don't need to. We're right at the death, but we'll take Putu off now because his face, it's not pretty. We'll do this. I mean, it's what we did in the first leg, but now we go. I mean, just in case, just bring it all back. Waste time, everything. Defend. We'll go structured. Why not? Highly structured. Right. Let's have a whistle now, please. Oh, imagine if they get back into it now. I mean, we're a minute over the allocated time. Do not come back and score. I've just been dancing around. I've announced we're in the final, and now we are. Oh, wow. That, I mean, out of nowhere, in the last minute, that has become one of the most enjoyable moments of this save so far. That was utterly ridiculous. And we're in the Champions League final, where I think we play Paris Saint-Germain. And what a mad end to this season it's going to be. It's almost certainly the last season at Man City. You know what? If we lose that Champions League final, I don't know if I'll be able to bring myself to resign without a Champions League trophy. But this is our run into the season, if it ever lets me get to that point. So, our schedule. Our next 4 games. We're away to Derby and at home to Forest. Hopefully, at some point in that period of games, we win the Premier League for the 3rd year in a row. Next episode will be those 2 games. Then, we have a double suitor coming up. The FA Cup final against Chelsea, which will be, I mean, what day is it? I'm so flustered now. So it's Wednesday, Thursday. So we win the league on Thursday. Fingers crossed. FA Cup on Friday. Champions League final on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you find out if I resigned or not. What a week this is going to be. If you aren't subscribed to this channel yet, now is the time to do it. Share it with everyone you've ever met. Stick it on social media. Loads of stuff I don't usually ask you to do. Of course, I'd appreciate you popping a like on there as normal. But what just happened? You know, share this around with everyone. And thank you very much for watching.